touch me. You don't want to talk to me? They're not going to go. Elections have consequences. We're going to deport all your friends. We're going to deport all your friends. We're going to deport all your friends.
Don't engage with the council protesting.
And we're here in front of the legendary Alligator Alcatraz, or Gator Gitmo, however you want to call it. And it's retarded and ridiculous. They've already been telling them not to speak to me because obviously I'm something to be afraid of.
Are you worried that there might be people, you had a trial, are you worried there might be people here who didn't get a chance to present their paperwork, or perhaps are waiting for an appointment, or something where they haven't yet gone through the process? Are you worried about that?
I believe in the rule of law, and I believe, like I said before, these people did not come protest, for my release or the release of actual U.S. citizens, while members of Congress and the Senate flew overseas to go advocate for gang members, a murderer, right, and a wife beater. I didn't get this kind of reception.
But are you worried, though, that some of the folks who might be here
I'm not worried.
didn't get a chance to plead their case the way you did?
Listen, I believe in the rule of law, and come what may come of this, I think this is a great step. We didn't vote for cheaper eggs. We voted for. We didn't vote for cheaper eggs. We voted for mass deportations, and we voted for retribution.
Now, as an immigrant yourself, are you concerned?
I'm not an immigrant.
But you come from a family of migrants, correct?
Yes, and they came here legally back in the 60s.
Are you concerned of the treatment of people might get inside this detention center? Considering the temperatures and second, this is Hurricane Alley, and we're in hurricane season.
I believe Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump have done their best to make this a very livable facility. There's air conditioning, there's food, and I look forward to the progress here. But again, this is what we voted
Enrique, ¿qué opinas sobre las muertes bajo custodia de ICE? Justamente ayer conocíamos la muerte de un cubano. Después de haber vivido aquí en Estados Unidos, can you please Okay, so después de que el cubano vivió en Estados Unidos durante 60 años,
I can't tell you the details of any case right now. Obviously, it's tragic and it shouldn't happen. But again, I go back to the same thing. Whoever's worried about the conditions that immigrants are in, didn't give a fuck. Excuse my language. They didn't give a crap about my conditions. I was transferred to 40 different prisons. I was put in box cuffs for 26 hours. By the UN standard, you're only supposed to be in box cuffs for 4. So I'm going to tell you, cry me a river, because look, I'm not advocating for the mistreatment of prisoners. I don't want anybody to get that twisted. I'm not advocating for it. I think it's abhorrent. I think that the justice system needs to change. But I also think that if you came here illegally, you should be deported. Should there be a quicker? I'm sorry?
You tried to overturn an election.
I tried to overturn an election. How did I do that? Excuse me, no, I'm not remembering. You asked me the question. When did I try to overturn an election? I believe the election was stolen, yes, but I did not try to overturn an election. That is a left-wing talking point. You're a retard. Is there anybody from an actual media outlet
Well, let me ask you, if you believe that the way, and you and I have spoken before, but if you believe that the way you were treated was unfair, does that justify perhaps someone else?
I never said that. What I'm saying, I know you're not putting words in my mouth. I'm not saying that people should be mistreated. I think the treatment of inmates should be humane. We are the freest country in the world, and I think that should reflect in our system too. I'm not advocating for violent criminals to get better treatment or whatnot. But I do think my point of coming here is these people are out here advocating for criminals.
But these people have nothing to do with what's going on inside. They're not making the policy.
I'm saying they're advocating.
Right, but they're not making the policy, and I think we're not talking about them. We're talking about what you feel about what's going on inside.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on inside, but but again, I trust that Governor Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump and the DHS secretary are going to do a great job of keeping them in humane conditions. And hopefully, there's going to be a quick and speedy way to get them back home, because I want them to go back home.
So what do you think is the importance of protests like these for not only the community here and the indigenous population in the Everglades, but for the entire community of Florida?
Listen, I support their right to protest. They're completely in their right to protest. And I'll defend that right like if I defend a conservative or a right-winger. I don't agree. I just simply disagree with them. That's it. Do they have some valid points? I don't know. Maybe in a little bit I get to talk to one of them. Thank you. Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I'm sorry?
What's your story?
About what?
What's your story? It sounds like you...
I got 22 years for not being at the Capitol on January 6th. And I got pardoned by the president on January 20th.
So you were not
15th.
at the Capitol?
I was not at the Capitol.
Okay.
Yeah. Sí.
Cuéntame, ¿qué le dice a las críticas que ha criticado el gobernador pasado, que está usando una ley de emergencia para poder hacer esto, porque de otra manera no lo podría hacer?
Bueno, te voy a decir, las críticas, siempre va a haber críticas, es la política. Siempre va a haber críticas y...
Lo siento.
La gente que están aquí protestando eso... vamos a ir para acá. Pero la gente que está protestando...
If you could help me, just take a couple steps that way. I
no
appreciate it.
problem. No
They're
problem.
following you, my friend.
I got you.
Go, they go.
I got you.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's go over here for a second, please.
Entonces, decime, ¿por qué es necesario este centro de detención?
Porque nosotros en noviembre 4, el pueblo americano votó por mass deportations. Esto es como cogemos llegamos a esa meta.
Pero votaron a favor de deportaciones con récord criminales, y hay muchos que no tienen récord criminal, o todos.
Votamos por la gente que son ilegales. Ya entrando al país es un acto, it's a criminal act.
Un acto criminal.
Puede ser un misdemeanor, está bien, pero te voy a decir, hay un problema con la frontera en este país. Y el presidente está haciendo lo mejor que puede hacer en asumir lo que quería el pueblo.
¿Tú crees que esto es un ejemplo para hacer lo mismo en otros estados?
Sí, yo creo que en muchos estados debe hacer esto. Otra vez, la única, para mí, la única función que tiene el gobierno, debe de tener el gobierno, es sellar los borders y actos militares abroad. That's it.
Okay. Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Sir, can you tell me why it's important for you to be here?
I think it's important for me to be here because I think it's important for just like I think it's important for them to be here and voice their opinions. I mean, this is again the freest country in the world when it comes to protests, unless you're me 4 years ago. But I think it's important for me to be out here to show my support for the Trump supporters that are out here, to show support for my state, to show support for the president.
Just confirming who you are again, sir. I think I know through the glasses.
My name's Enrique Tarrio, and I'm going to say it like this, I'm the ex-chairman of the Proud Boys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Why do you think that it's hypocritical that they're protesting for the illegal criminals and that they didn't seem to care about you?
That is, I think, one of the main reasons I came out here, because, look, I get it. Like, I understand. And coming from a family of legal immigrants, I get the premise and the emotion behind it, but we need to make America great again. And the way that we do that, we voted for mass deportations and to close our borders. That's what Trump ran in 2016. That's what he ran on in 2020. And that's what he ran on in 2024. So I support the president in all his endeavors to make America safer again. The act, even if it's a misdemeanor, the act of crossing the border illegally is a criminal act and should be deported. Now, do I think that our immigration system should change? Maybe some work visas, temporary work visas? Of course I do. So, again, as far as the treatment goes, because I got a lot of questions about the treatment, you know, I'm not advocating for them to be mistreated. I think that they should be treated just as any other, but I was mistreated. I was put in box cuffs for 26 hours. I was moved to 40 different prisons. I was in solitary confinement for my entire stay in the federal prison system. So I'm out here celebrating, not only this, I'm celebrating life.
And so what were you arrested for, and what was that like?
I was arrested for seditious conspiracy, for attempting to overthrow the government by force. But the problem that they had is, I wasn't there that day. There was no active force. I didn't verbally ask anybody to be there. So for me, it was, so I'm thankful to the president. I'm thankful he gave me my life back after 22 years. After a 22-year sentence.
And why did they have some type of suspicion?
Because I'm the leader of the Proud Boys.
The what boys?
The Proud Boys.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I see. What are the Proud Boys?
It's a men fraternal organization. We lean conservative, and one of our tenets is to close the borders. You know, so that's why it's important for me to come out here today.
I thought the Proud Boys was like white, like KKK.
Actually, 100% of my members that are here today are Cuban. Yes. We don't care what race you are. We don't care what religion you are. If you're born a man, which is crazy that I gotta say born a man, and you believe that Western civilization is the best civilization, we welcome you with open arms.
You're here with the Proud Boys.
Yes.
Okay, and your name is Enrique.
Enrique Tarrio.
Okay, thank you so much. Can you spell your name for me?
ENRIQUE, and the last name is TARRIO.
And your title.
We don't give our titles out.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. But
I'm the former chairman of the province. I can't tell you what
that's okay. That's okay. Tell me about you being here today. What is today represent?
I think there's obviously protesters, and I'm not a counter-protester. I'm here to celebrate. So we're both here practicing our First Amendment rights. We're enjoying our time here. Obviously, we disagree on a lot. We do agree. There is some agreement. I think people should be treated humanely, but I think that also we voted for this. We didn't vote for cheaper eggs. We voted for mass deportations, and we voted for retribution from the DOJ. And that's what we get. Elections have consequences for them, and that's a consequence. For us, this is a testament to how good of a governor we have in Ron DeSantis and how good of a president that we have in Donald J. Trump. Okay, they put this together so quickly, and it's something that's needed. The prisons are overflowing. I think the prison system does need to get reformed. I think they're giving too much time. I think that there's too many laws, but that's for another time. What I'm here for is to celebrate what happened with President Trump and Ron DeSantis in this beautiful place called Alligator Alcatraz.
Would you mind saying that in Spanish for me? Because we do have a Spanish audience, yes. We'll know our station.
Okay. So, aquí estoy, ellos están protestando, yo estoy celebrando, que es la primera enmienda, los dos estamos haciendo la primera enmienda. Yo estoy con ellos, que las personas que están en prison, que deben de ser tratados bien. En esos dos estamos iguales, pero te voy a decir, nosotros no votamos por huevos más baratos. Nosotros votamos para mass deportation and retribution, y eso es lo que estamos cogiendo. Esta es la consecuencia de la elección para ellos y la celebración mía.
Enrique, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.